we've reached the point in the season that almost every single Football Manager player looks forward to the most. And of course, that day is Youth Intake Day. How's it going, guys? My name is Jakefog and welcome back to episode number 6 of the Chasing Pack, here today with Wolverhampton Wanderers. And today, 2 games for you. We've got Southampton in the league and then Arsenal in the FA Cup quarter-final. But does anyone really care about the matches today? I mean, I do a little bit, but what everyone is looking forward to the most, or at least what I'm looking forward to the most, is it's Youth Intake Day. Now, the preview's not great, I can't lie, especially that bottom line. Don't expect much from this youth intake. Not ideal, but there are a lot of wingers in the system and 2 forwards who are considered to be fine prospects. So who knows, even though the entire youth intake in general might not be great, hopefully we've got at least one very, very nice little player in there. Obviously the youth intake isn't here today, but I can pretty much guarantee that it is in today's episode. If it's not, I'm going to look like an idiot, but you can see here every year in March. So the youth... the intake happens during March, and both of my games today obviously are during March, but then after that I've got a 2-week break because it's the international break. So obviously if they haven't come in between matches, I will obviously skip forward until the youth intake comes, but hopefully it'll happen in between games, so that is something to look forward to. And yeah, hopefully, I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that we get someone good, just someone that's usable, at least someone that will eventually find a place in the team. Obviously it would be nice to have a player that starts in the first season and then is part of the first team by the end of the series, but who knows, it could be an absolute disaster. But anyway, there's been 3 games since we last met, and I'll just run you through what's happened. So first up, we travelled over to Leeds, Ellen Road, obviously Leeds being the team that I support, and we came away with a 1-0 win. And I mean, the goal that we scored, I can only describe it as a mess. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. Ball pinging about everywhere. Eventually, Jimenez gets the ball on the line, and I mean, he can't miss. But what was that? But that ended up being the only goal of the game. Leeds couldn't break us down. Apart from that one opportunity, it was a relatively even game. But yeah, thankfully, we did come away with the win. 1-0 win, clean sheet, away from home. Can't ask for much more, really. And then we took on Burnley at home, and 0-0 draw. Yeah, not much else to say about it. Pretty boring game. You can see by the fact that my 2 centre-backs starting are Kilman and Marquez. We've had a couple of injury issues, and it's definitely affected us a little bit. You know, it's just kind of disrupted us. We've also had injuries to less important players, but like players that I'd be bringing off the bench in an attacking sense to hopefully give us that extra edge. And this was just one of them games where I just felt like it kind of caught up with us, especially obviously missing Cody as the captain. Bolly is a fantastic leader at the back. Missing them 2 at centre-back, it obviously does have an effect on the players going forward. And unfortunately, a pretty poor performance. You can see 0.6 expected goals for ourselves, just 0.1 for Burnley. So we defended really, really well considering our 2 best centre-backs were missing. But unfortunately, we just didn't have that cutting edge going forward. And pretty reasonable 0-0 draw. And then we went away to Villa, and unfortunately, it was not a good day at the office. Mings scoring the only goal of the game, beating out 2 defenders to head home from a corner. And that was that. Again, a pretty dull game. You see, just 0.45 expected goals for them, 0.52 expected for us. We had decent possession, but apart from that, it was just a pretty even game. We just never really looked like scoring. We didn't, evidently. And it's just a shame that we lost out to Villa. So you can see those are the only games that we've played since we last met. And it's been, 2 goals across 3 games. Pretty boring. Normally I've got plenty of goals to bring you in between episodes. But anyway, it is what it is. Not a right lot we can do. Thankfully, we are still sat in 4th place, but Man City are breathing right down our necks. Spurs, if they win their game in hand, they're just 1 point behind us. So it is starting once again to get very, very tight with just 10 games left in the league to go. Interestingly, Raul Jimenez, top scorer in the league. What a player. But like I said, we've got Southampton away in the league and then Arsenal away in the FA Cup. And let's get straight into this Southampton game. And I think, hopefully, yes, Connor Cody is back fit, so he can come in for Christian Marquez. Although, to be fair to Marquez, he's done pretty well when he's played. He's not quite good enough just yet. However, the fact that I've been able to give him a couple games in the Premier League, he's got a 7.05 average rating across the 2 games. So he has not played bad at all in those 2 games, to be fair to him. And hopefully he will have a long, successful future at Wolves. I believe, Willy Bolly still isn't quite fit. He's not going to. He won't be back for the Arsenal game, but he will be back after the international break. Oh yeah, and that's the other one. I know he's injured. Is Marçal fit again? Marçal has just come back from injury, so fortunately I can put him in there. Obviously, my other option would be to put Kilman at left wing back and then keep with Marquez, but I don't think that's the right idea. I might as well play as strong a team as possible. But apart from that, we're looking pretty solid. So it's going to be Patricio in goal, Cody and Kilman at the back with Neves just in front of him. Marçal left wing back, Semedo right wing back, Moutinho and Dendoncker in the middle, Lee hanging on the left, Traoré on the right, and Jimenez up top as that lone striker. And let's get into the game. Before I do get into the game, I just want to say, I've said this so many times in this series, but I just want to say a huge thank you for all the support on the series so far. It's been so well received, and it's just been, I really do appreciate it. I think like every single episode so far, apart from, I think every episode got 10 likes or more apart from the last one, but it has only been up for 16 hours since I recorded this, and it's on 8 likes, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So I really do appreciate the support. I've gained 15 new subscribers since this series started, so I just want to say thank you. It really does mean a lot, and obviously please do leave a like on today's video if you do enjoy it. I really do appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You are not yet already subscribed, as Raul Jimenez with a fantastic chance to give us an early lead here against Southampton, but unfortunately from a position that he's normally so reliable from, he put it wide. Southampton there had one shot with a 0.01 expected goals. I'm interested to see where that shot came from. But apart from that early opportunity for Raul Jimenez, there's been very little to happen. I mean, we've had plenty of shots, but quite clearly not many shots that were deemed highlight worthy. Lee Kang-in looks like he's picked up a knock early on as we get to half time. And that was an incredibly dull first half. And hopefully there's a little bit more action to talk about. And hopefully it's not Southampton action as Redmond breaks into the box. He's going to have a shot at goal, but he's pulled it wide. A pretty weak shot at the end of all of that. And definitely not his best ever finish. But, well, this has been dull. I'm going to take off Lee Kang-in. He is struggling out on that left-hand side. Let's get Pedro Neto on. Do I want us to change anything else? Not really. No, I'm going to leave it as it is for now. However, I may make some more changes later down the line, as I'm not happy about Neves being on a yellow card. I get scared every single time he goes near someone that he's going to foul them and get a second yellow. What a fantastic tackle from him. I have no idea what that animation was. Looked like he just fell over, but somehow made a fantastic tackle. And now Traoré is looking to use his pace. But Redmond, of all people, makes a tackle. Now Bertrand goes long, but Neto is there to intercept Moutinho. That's a fantastic ball. Raul Jimenez. Oh, how's he missed? How has he missed? He's cannoned it off the crossbar from such close range. Oh, Jimenez. That's 2 very good opportunities that he's missed today, and then he's headed over from the resulting corner. Oh, it's not his day in front of goal, and it's a brave move, but I'm actually going to take him off. You know what? Traoré isn't having the best of times either, so completely different front three to finish off this game than what started it. Going to demand more for these final 15 minutes, and I don't think demand more is definitely not as effective as it used to be. It pretty much used to always motivate the players without fail, but I've noticed a lot this year that they don't like it as much as Jepo is there. What a save, Rui Patricio. Connor Cody plays it out to Podence, and that is where The highlight is going to finish. Come on, boys. Just 5 minutes left to break this deadlock. I don't really want to change how I'm playing. I don't want to risk giving up a goal. I do not want to lose. This is going to be one final highlight, surely, with just a minute and a half left on the clock. Can we produce a little bit of magic? Podence out on this right-hand side. What can he do with it? Can he take it past his man? No. Bertrand makes the tackle and plays it forward. And Obafemi is there and he takes it past the defender. I think that was Connor Cody. Breaks into the box. But that is a shocking finish. It's gone well wide. As apparently I've just shouted demand more. Why has that just popped up? I hope it didn't take 20 minutes from when I actually shouted demand more for it to actually go through. Otherwise, that's very, very annoying. But there's only 20 seconds left. And Pedro Neto is driving at the Southampton defence. He gets tackled, but he wins it back. Semedo just about keeps it in. It's a poor pass. Ward-Prowse makes the tackle. There's only a few seconds left. I'd expect the referee to blow his full-time whistle here. Semedo with the throw-in. Dendoncker. Gineppo plays it forward. That's straight out for a throw-in. And, I mean, the referee clearly doesn't want to blow for full... And as I say that, the referee blows for full-time. Frustrating, I think, is probably the best way to put that. We defended quite well. Southampton, did have a couple good opportunities. I mean, look at that. That's a big jump. I mean, how did we not score a goal in that little passage of play? But unfortunately, it was just not to be. I'm just going to say I'm not happy with the performance out there. Not really good enough. We probably should have won a game like that. Southampton, where are even Southampton? 17th in the league. That is not good at all. And obviously now, I mean, if Chelsea win, they're 2 points behind us. City win, they're a point ahead. So Spurs drew, which is good. So if they win their game in hand, they're 1 point behind us. So we can only drop down one position at most, thankfully. However, that's not ideal. We've got Arsenal next in the league, then we do have to play Spurs as well. A couple poor results there, and it's not looking good. But hopefully we can just get back in form. We've been poor recently. That's 1 goal scored in our last 4 games, which is far from ideal. But anyway, the attention now turns to the FA Cup quarter-final, or it might turn to the youth intake, whichever one comes first. Which one will it be? You'll find out in just a moment. Oh, do you see what I see? Friday the 19th of March. Got a nice little news article waiting for us here. Wolves announce new intake of youth players. I'm nervous. I just want one player that's 4.5 star potential at least. If my best player is 3 stars, I'm going to be so upset. What is it? I've pressed the button and it's not done anything. Joshua Taylor, okay, 3.5 star potential. He's unambitious. Tyrese Roper, left back, 3.5 star potential. And then some 3 stars, 2.5, 2, 1.5. It's not ideal. It's definitely far from ideal. I don't think we'll see much of any of these players in the future. Well, that was a disappointment. Okay. I'm a little bit upset. I'm actually a little bit upset about that. Anyway, Arsenal. See you in a moment. Right, anyway, we are back ready to take on Arsenal away in this FA Cup matchup. And I'm going to have to make a few changes. Oh, for God's sake. I was going to start Marquez, but he's travelling to be part of the Switzerland under-21 squad. Well, that's not good, is it? Right, Saiss, you're going to have to play at centre-back. I didn't really want to play you at centre-back, but Kilman, you're coming off the bench. Shabani is going on. And, I mean, oh God, everyone's out injured. Who else can go on the bench? Who else is good enough to go on the bench? Not really any of them. Where Luke Matheson, you can come on the bench. Why not? Why not? Semedo's struggling a little bit. I'm actually going to start Vitor Ferreira ahead of João Moutinho as well. Neto's going to start on the left-hand side. A few changes here that I don't really want to make. And Semedo is he's not particularly fit, but he's too good to leave out, so I might have to look at taking him off at some point in the game. But anyway, the lineup is as follows. It's Patricio in goal, Saiss and Cody at the back with Neves just in front of him, Marçal left wing back, Semedo right wing back, Ferreira and Dendoncker in the middle, Neto on the left, Traoré on the right, and Jimenez up top as the lone striker. As injuries, suspensions and players going on international duty already is starting to hurt us a little bit. And I mean, who have Arsenal got? Garcia, Gabriel, Holding, Bellerin, Saka, Xhaka, Ceballos, Willian, Pepe, Lacazette. No Aubameyang, interestingly enough. And it's not It's not the strongest Arsenal lineup. Obviously playing 5 at the back as well. Who knows? Maybe we can sneak a result here today, but Arsenal are doing very, very well in the league, and it's going to be very, very difficult. As the first highlight is a corner to Arsenal, Saka plays it in. It is headed clear, but it's like Willian is going to pick it up, and he's going to drive down the right-hand side. And can he put a cross in? Yes, he can. Pepe's there, but it's headed clear, and Ferreira is pulling forward. Now Dendoncker, is he going to look over the top to Jimenez? No, he's not. As he gives it off to Traoré, who runs into his own player and then loses the ball. Now Saka bursting forward from left wing back. He's through into the box. He shoots, and that is a fantastic, fantastic strike from Bukayo Saka. Just 12 minutes into this game, Arsenal already have a lead, and this could be a long, long day. So just watch the goal back. To be fair, can't complain too much. A very, very nice finish, to be fair to him. But that is annoying. As straight away we've got a throw in deep in Arsenal territory, but it's headed clear, and now Pepe has a little bit of room to run. He goes over the top to Lacazette, and the defender just completely ignores him as he pulls inside, takes it past him, fires into that bottom corner for his 23rd goal of the season. And we're 16 minutes in, and well, it looks like we're going to be out of the FA Cup. I mean, that defending was just not good at all. I mean, was it Cody on that right-hand side? Just ignored him, and then he just let him cut in past him far, far, far too easily. And then Lacazette, a player of his quality, you expect him to score from there 9 times out of 10, and the highlights just keep coming. But Ferreira wins the ball back, and now he's going to drive forward, and this time it's the Arsenal defender just lets him... What was that? Oh, God. Right, corner, Neto plays it in. Jimenez is there at the far post, but he just lets it run over his head, but he picks it up, plays it back to Saiss, Cody. Just be sensible here, nothing silly, as Ceballos tackles Ferreira, and now Arsenal on the break with Willian. She's driving down this right-hand side. Someone just put a tackle in, please. Pulls it back, Xhaka, edge of the box, into Ceballos. Xhaka shoot. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, dear. I mean, it's a fantastic strike, and it's a fantastic finish. And Arsenal, if anything, they have been clinical, to say the least. And, I think this could be my first ever thrown water bottle in this game. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, not long to half-time now, and there is another highlight. Dendoncker, what a strike! Ooh, that was not far away at all. There's just 5 minutes left in this half. Arsenal with a 3-goal lead going into the half, and do I do it? Do I do it? Throw a water bottle. That was absolutely terrible. Oh dear. That didn't quite work as I hoped. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Changes need to be made. Semedo is not happy. Everyone's uninspired. Everyone's unmotivated. You know what? Let's give Matheson a run out at right wing back. Who else can come on? Let's get João Moutinho on. Pull Vitor Ferreira into that holding midfield role. And then let's just leave it at that. Oh, come on, boy. Shouts. Do I demand more? Can I even demand more? I don't know. Moutinho with the corner. And it's a very eccentric save, I think is the word you use there, from Runners. And he did not need to dive like that to claim that, as he kicks it forward to Lacazette. Back to Maitland-Niles, who goes back to Holding. One of the 3 Arsenal centre-backs today. Xhaka back to holding. Arsenal keeping hold of possession, very nice. Or should I say keeping holding of possession. Enough, right. Pepe down his left-hand side, cuts inside the box. It's a fantastic tackle from Matheson, I think it's the young fullback from Rochdale, was it? As Traore's got a bit of room. What? Whew, that was a decent little strike from Traore. Unfortunately, it was not troubling the keeper. Now Matheson with the throw-in to Traore and just loses the ball and Saka clears it, but Ferreira picks it up. He's driving down this right-hand side, looks to pick out a man in the middle. Raul Jimenez is there, and that was close. The keeper probably had it covered down in that bottom corner, and I will agree with your change assistant. Let's get Podence on. Or Podence. How do you pronounce it? Podence? I don't know, but Traore is knackered. He's not having the best game either. It's Maitland-Niles. That's a nice ball. Lacazette, one touch, shoots, and it's a decent save by Patricio. Gets down, and he's not getting beaten at that near post. With just 15 minutes now left in this game. We've had 6 shots, and not a single one has hit the target. I mean, what can we do? Arsenal 6 shots, 6 on target, and they've scored 3 goals. We've had 6 shots, we've not hit the target once, and we haven't scored any. Let's go very attacking for these last 10 minutes. Why not just switch up a little bit? Just try and at least regain some pride. Just a goal, anything. Just make Arsenal sweat a little bit, please. As El Neni has a ball in the corner. Maitland-Niles, the right back, crosses it in. Saiss is there to head clear. Now Podence picks up and we've got a big counter-attack coming. Bodies flying forward. Everyone's just ignoring Podence. Plays it off to Neto. 2 touches inside the box. Shoots across the goalkeeper. And we've pulled one back. Can we do it? The comeback is well and truly on. Pedro Neto, his first goal of the season, which is very, very surprising for the winger. But that's a fantastic little run from Podence. You see Neto, 1 touch, 2 touch. Far corner, just beyond the keeper's reach. Very similar to the finish that Saka had for Arsenal's first goal. We've got another highlight, 87th minute. And the question is, can we do so? Well, we can't do anything with it when you play a ball like that, can we? Now Saka forward to Lacazette, taking it past his man. I mean, he's just taking it past everyone. It's a good save, but it falls straight to Fedor Shalov. And he's not going to miss from there. And we're 4-1 down with 2 minutes left, and well, I think it's safe to say that this game is over. We'll just watch this goal again, as we always do. Lacazette takes it past 1, takes it past 2, takes it past 3, shoots, saved, but straight into the path of the Arsenal man, and Arsenal lead 4-1 with just minutes to go. They've had 7 shots on target out of the 8. They've got a 0.99 expected goals, and they've scored 4. I mean, yeah, not good enough. Not good enough at all. I expect to see you all in training tomorrow. You don't deserve a rest after that performance. And we didn't begin to play nearly as well as we're capable of. Such a disappointing result surely means it's back to the training ground and back to the drawing board for you. I'd promised the squad a day off if they were successful here, but that's definitely not going to happen now. Do you not think Marcel should have been substituted today? He was part of a team performance, and that's the most important thing. Outstanding, best player on the pitch, Granit Xhaka. Yeah, it was a fantastic strike. To be fair to him, it was a fantastic strike. You can't really do a right lot with that. But unfortunately, we've crashed out of the FA Cup, and we've got, 10 games left in the Premier League season. So what I'll probably do is Fulham and Newcastle, or Newcastle and Brighton in the next episode, just to kind of, also 9 games left in the Premier League season, so maybe I'll either do Fulham, I'll do 2 of Fulham, Newcastle and Brighton, and then for the final episodes I'll probably do Man United and West Brom. But anyway, that is where I'm going to finish off today's episode. As always, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please do be sure to leave a like on the video. I've definitely not enjoyed it that much. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and I'll catch you in the next episode.
What we do here is go back.
Big